Retrospective of Citizens of Reality, Season 1.
Good afternoon, and Avari Ghani. I'd like to welcome everybody to Citizens of Reality. My name is Toussaint McCastle, and I invite everybody to join in.
Today is Saturday, April 21st, and although we're not going to go into it, and perhaps we'll have that presented in a future date as far as the significance of our meeting last week, but at that time we made reference to a very, very dear brother to us that is mentioned in the introduction, who we dedicate this particular episode to, Njoma Yale Miller. There's always an effort to try to build something that we could call African American culture and so forth. You know, when we look at Kwanzaa, exactly.
Right.
But
we got others. We got Juneteenth.
But the sad part about Juneteenth is that I lived in Dallas. I lived in the Dallas area for almost 3 years and don't nobody down there celebrate it.
And that's a relic of good black writers.
It's such an incredible thing to me to ask a black Texan what they have planned for Juneteenth, and they looked at me like I had lost my mind.
But you know, I think what we did as people, we took what was given to us and we made it ours. You know, in a sense.
And we've done
like
that
Christmas,
throughout the world.
Like holidays. Yeah. Like, you know, I was always of the assumption, and for years I didn't celebrate Christmas. You know, and I kind of kept it from my children because I knew of it. Historically speaking, doesn't have nothing to do with Yahshua's birthday. It doesn't have nothing to do with anything biblical. And not only that, I thought it was just another form of European white supremacy being forced on us. But I look back and I did a recheck, and I remember as a kid it was something I really enjoyed. So I thought about it. I was like, you know, maybe it's, even though it has it's bad historically speaking, I think that we kind of took it and made it our own, so to speak.
Yeah.
And we made it our own.
And we do have watch night service also.
Basically, watch night service. It's just, I know it's a service, at least at my church, we do on New Year's Eve. Kind of still just celebrating the end of the New Year.
Oh, yeah. I've been to those.
Welcome to Citizens of Reality. I'm here today interviewing Shaquania, is it Witherspoon or Nelson?
Legally, it's Nelson. I wrote the book in my maiden name. But legally, my last name is Nelson.
Oh, okay. Now, why is the distinction?
Why did I write? I felt like I couldn't write the book under Nelson because the stuff that happened to me didn't happen to Nelson. It happened to Shaquemia Witherspoon. And so to be true to the truth that I was letting out, I wrote the book in the name of the person who experienced the pain. And it was her who went through the most of that.
This is the book we're referring to. Tell us the name of the book.
The name of the book is Bondage. It's a memoir. Bondage is an acronym, and it stands for betrayal, offense, neglect, disappointment, anger, grief, and emotion.
Thank you again.
Thank you. Oh, let me just say, the book is on Amazon.com. When you're searching for it, please put the dots, because if you don't, I will not be held responsible for what comes up in your search engine under the word bondage. So please put the dots in there, or just write my name, and we'll be safe.
Everybody up from seeing it, let's actually take a look at some of your work.
This piece here, right here, it's called Her Rising. Basically, it's based off of Yara Shahidi from Blackish and Grownish. I had really been into like The Martian with Matt Damon, that movie from 2015, and I was also into Rogue One, the Star Wars movie, and I like movies like that. Like, I love space and like time things, but I really also love Afrofuturism, which places Black people in like, science fiction, which is like an arena where we really get to see ourselves. So I kind of imagine like, one is like, oh, what if she's an astronaut? She's about to go off to space. You know how astronauts have their official portrait. So I thought I wanted to do something like that. So like she's got her suit on and she's holding her helmet. And then in the back, originally, it was going to be Mars, and I was going to spray it with some red paint. Then I decided against that because I just like the black and white and brown of it.
The larger piece that's on the right, I know you said it wasn't completed. It's still a work in progress. What is the symbolism on the forehead?
So the symbolism on the forehead is like it's the Hinduism symbol for like the universe and creation and life.
Okay, now we have a few more pieces of yours. The one on the right looks like a self-portrait or self-portraits. Is that what they are?
Yeah, the one on the right was actually my very first self-portrait that I did.
The Citizens of Reality, and I'm here with co-founder and fellow citizen DJ Daryl Gray.
Hello, everybody.
Well, Mr. Gray, it's finally time to interview you.
Sir, I heard like what I thought was the most incredible song that I'd ever heard before because of all the sounds, and I had never heard anything like it. And the next time I heard something like it was the first time I heard somebody mix, and hearing two songs blended together. Okay. And I was like, okay. And so the first time that I saw somebody DJ, as far as blending two or overlapping two songs, it was only two songs, so it wasn't quite the full effect, but it gave me the idea of the concept of it. And that was at a middle school skating party. And at the time, it was early 80s, and the two songs were Planet Rock and Numbers, Kraftwerk. Which many people say is the same song anyway. So the DJ put those two songs together.
Mr. Glenn, if you will tell people your name.
Glenn Tires. I'm sure I've got references all over the place, but you know, I'm all kinds of words, but it boils down to.
Tell me about how you started playing the bass.
Well, it started years ago. I was in college and I was taking piano lessons, 19 years old, and I had scrapped around. Worked doing after school in those suburbs and made some saving money, and I bought my own piano, and I was taking lessons at school. So I was living at home, so I was taking lessons. I tried to practice, and nobody wanted to hear me practice at home, so they kept running me off of it, and I finally gave up on that. But there was something about music that kept holding my attention. But I would buy an instrument, I bought about 5 keyboards down through the years. When I really could do this, but I never would. And I finally said to myself, I'm going to buy one more instrument. So I'm not going to learn to play this thing. I'm going to quit. Well, my youngest brother, he plays the bass too. He's been playing probably about 35, 40 years. He's been wild. He's bad. He is bad. And I decided that's what I'm going to try that. When I started taking lessons. And I took my first lesson at 49 years old. And started kind of stumbling around, and the guy that was my teacher, he was something. He played about 8 different things.